How did we used to warm up? It's been a while.
We usually start with a C major scale arpeggio, and then
Tony is a fucking piece of shit. No, he's not. He's great.
Dun, dun.
How dare you say that about him, Matt? That's fucked up.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
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 Huh? Wow.
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 Wow. Yeah, that's how we used to warm up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Owen Wilson impressions.
You know, random, but let's start the podcast.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What?
It's extremely random. Get in here, production. All right, we're going to do it. We're doing it. All right, guys, welcome to the Control-Alt-Delete podcast, episode 55. We're finally back. It's been a long break, almost 2 months, maybe more.
We are not dead.
We are not dead. We are quite alive. Well,
depends on your...
I'm spiritually dead.
Okay.
Yeah, but physically, mostly dead. But you know what? We're going to make it through. We're going to make it happen. 2019, first podcast, 2019. We're doing great.
Sorry, what year is it?
2019.
You want to try that again?
2019. No, I think we're doing fine.
Okay.
But, dude, I missed you guys. Things have been hectic for all of us, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, not too much, but every now and then.
Yeah. It's been a bit of a roller stoaster over here in Peter Parkland. It's been rough. Speaking of names,
is that just...
we got Tony Brattoli.
Yes, hello.
Manning the music. He's got the guitar out. He's ready to. Is it intro or outro? It's intro, right?
It's kind of a bit of everything.
All right, he's gonna bring us in. Waiting for it. All right, now go ahead.
Ah.
All right, we got Matthew Griego on drums. And then it's Peter
true.
Park on the xylophone. And yeah, this is a video game podcast, guys. It's been a while. How y'all doing?
It is a video game podcast.
And it has been
Doing
a while.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh no,
Sorry.
You're playing it back.
Tony.
Oh no.
Double play it back all the way across the room.
This is what happens when you fucking do this. I keep telling you, we should just do that before the podcast starts. I don't understand. Why do we record the Instagram thing?
It's not a we.
It's because we are currently recording, and it's showing a video of us currently recording.
If anything, you should record us while we're bantering then.
Yeah.
Not when the actual podcast starts, you fucking fart head.
But it gives like a preview of the intro.
Huh?
It's been a thing I've seen on other podcasts.
Yeah, but do they let the Instagram video replay back into the microphone? No, right? All right. It's okay, guys. We're fixing this in post. We're fixing it in post.
I'm a noob.
We're fixing it in post.
Leave all of this in.
All right, Tony. It's been a wild, almost 2 months. How have you been doing? What are the updates to you and your precious life?
A lot has happened, actually. There's nods going on.
Keep going. Someone's grabbing pizza and it's fine.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, you didn't have to call me out like that, Matt. I'm sorry that I can't just grab pizza without being, like, told off. Let me just eat this piece real quick. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay. Anyway, a lot has happened. What was the last update, actually? Oh, yeah, I was married. That was one. We already know that.
Yes.
So it's January now.
In case you missed the last episode, Tony's been married for a couple months now.
Yeah. 3, almost. No, over 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you got married in October.
Yeah.
Weekend before TwitchCon. I remember that. 20th. 20th?
Yep.
You need to remember that date. It's your anniversary now.
I know. But there's still the other anniversary. The being together anniversary. I don't know how that works now.
Well, you mostly would focus
You just
on, I
celebrate the marriage,
assume the marriage anniversary takes precedent over the first dating
Yeah, it does.
anniversary.
Normally what I see people do is they're like, happy whatever, but we've been together for
Hey man,
X
whatever
amount.
reason for you guys to celebrate and do stuff, do it. You know what I mean? I think it's important to make sure that you continue to date after you're already married.
Yep.
Yes.
Although that is sort of on hold at the moment.
Well, I understand. I'm sure you're very busy
due to unforeseen circumstances with work.
Mm-hmm.
which I no longer have.
Mm.
So that's one of the updates.
Why don't you just stream?
My day job has been looking for jobs. Why don't I just stream? I thought about that, and it's been busy at the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've been moving stuff from room to room due to a physical injury. Not my own or my wife's, luckily.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of a brutal one,
It's
but
pretty bad. Feel really bad for him.
5 months, right?
Yeah, my father-in-law or stepfather-in-law, I don't even know how to what you would call him.
Oh,
father-in-law.
I think you just say father-in-law.
Father-in-law. Yeah, he
father-in-law.
Because he's not your stepfather.
no.
I think it's father-in-law.
I think technically both are father-in-law.
Yeah.
Blood father and stepfather are father-in-law.
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
Wow, you have double the fathers-in-laws.
I know.
That's kind of rough, actually, isn't it?
Tony
No,
officially
it's not.
has 3 dads.
Yeah, I do.
Wow. We really are in a modern America, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, anyway, he it's a really bad muscle injury. He doesn't know what the extent is until tomorrow's MRI.
Yikes. That's
Well,
rough.
Sunday's MRI.
Hopefully it's okay.
Yeah, but either way, if it doesn't require surgery, he's out for 3 months. If it does, he's out for 5 or 6. So he's
That's
gonna.
rough.
Luckily, I'm
what
gonna
does
be
he do?
home. He is a fire captain.
Oh. That's going to affect things.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
It is.
I mean, fortunately, I think as a fire captain, you have decent benefits for stuff like that.
unfortunately, he does not get disability because he happened off duty.
Oh, no.
He did it to himself. So
Oh, no.
he has like 15 days of sick pay, and that's it.
Eee.
So
Well, that fucking blows.
yeah, it's about to get a little tense in the house, I think, but we'll make do.
Yeah.
I have interviews lined up.
That's good.
We're getting there.
In-person interviews or phone interviews?
Next week is a phone interview.
Okay. That's a good start.
Yeah, and then I have through well, I don't mention names, but a friend's boyfriend has an open position that I'm going to send my resume to.
Cool.
Sure.
So
Good luck.
I have some options.
Well, I mean, you've got the work experience. You got the
I do.
you got the technical know-how.
Yeah.
You got the looks. You got the charm. I mean, what else could you need, right?
Did you have accumulated any vacation time?
It hasn't reset yet
No, but I mean
through my work. Meaning I pretty much used it all.
Oh, I see.
It was
You
going
don't-
to
don't-
reset.
You don't accumulate it. It's sort of a once a certain date happens, you get it all kind of a thing, or
Well, I accumulate it up to a certain point, and then it resets back to like.
basically what I'm asking is, are you getting paid out for vacation days?
I don't know. Maybe. I think I had like 17 hours left.
Oh, so like 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not much.
That's like.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
If they do, that would be really nice.
But it's 2 days versus being unemployed for more than 2 days, probably.
Correct, yeah.
So
I did do the whole unemployment thing. We'll see how that works. I
good
didn't get
old
anything last time.
EDD.
Yeah. We'll see.
I mean, it's an unforeseen circumstance. It wasn't by choice. EDD should be able to help you there.
Yeah. Actually, all of the latest 3 jobs that I've had have been layoffs. So
Wow, that sucks.
I've never been fired or quit.
I mean, technically, that's great.
Yeah.
It's better than none. Better than the other
Better
options.
than the alternative.
Yeah, it's better than getting fired for doing something bad.
Yes.
That's really what I'm
Yeah.
getting at. But anyway, yeah, that's been what's going on.
That's
Oh,
a bit.
and my wife got a new job, which is great timing right now because it pays so much more, and she
That's
gets
really
a full 40-hour schedule. So,
Hell yeah, dude.
4 10-hour days, right?
yeah,
That's
That's
not bad.
what
That's
I'm
not bad.
talking about.
very helpful. So we'll be okay.
Good.
I think I'll find something very soon.
Cool.
I have a full faith and confidence
Thanks.
that you will.
Yeah. You tend to bounce back pretty quick when you're
It's like
looking
your
for work.
flubber.
Mm-hmm.
Flubber bounces, right?
It does.
That's that movie with Robin Williams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
It
bounces.
totally bounces.
Yeah, they
all
put it
over.
on the bottom of the basketball player's shoes, and they jumped
Yeah, yeah.
super high.
Okay, then
Flubber
yes,
was like-
you're gonna flub your way out of this shit. You're doing great.
Thanks. All right, who's next? What else has been happening? To who?
How about
To whom?
you, Matthias? Matthew, you Griego?
Sure. I'm trying to think what the last big update was for myself, and I don't think there really was anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, how's your week been? If nothing.
Well, I will say one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that was I went on a vacation for a week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
went
like
on
a
a
cruise,
cruise, which for those looking for a vacation that's literally just you plan it and you're done, that's a cruise. because you get on a boat.
Like Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Same cruise. Got
You
it.
get on the
Terry
cruise.
Crews.
One of the cruises. And you literally have already paid for room, board, food, everything. So you just get on the boat and you're done. So it's a very simple kind of vacation. We did a 7-day cruise to Mexico, and we stopped in Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta, which we didn't do too much in each of the different ports, but the first port we did a thing called Salsa and Salsa, where we learned how to make salsa and then learned how to dance the salsa.
Nice.
And that was really fun.
Did you say Puerto Vallarta?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's the vacation. You know how like high schools have like a school trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure our school had a cruise trip to Puerto Vallarta, and I didn't go because I couldn't afford that shit. But like, if I remember correctly, they basically just had a bunch of high schoolers go there, drink booze, have sex, and smoke weed.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
It's that and Cabo San Lucas are both party towns in Mexico, I guess you could say,
Mm-hmm.
where a lot of tourists go for like spring break and
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Good times for those people that went.
Yeah.
That's not me.
good times.
Well,
But yeah, so salsa and salsa, learn to make salsa, learn to dance salsa. But then in the time between the beginning and end, it was endless margaritas. So by the time the salsa dancing part came up, people
no
were
one could be on the floor.
Loosey Goosey, sponsored by tequila.
Yes. There was this one lady, I think she was the stepmother of a family that was all on this cruise. And she was a good sport because she actually, before the dancing started, sat down and fell asleep. And they had little signs for like, don't give me more tequila, pretty much. And they just placed it on her, took a big picture around her, like posing around this sleeping lady. And then afterwards, she woke up and laughed it off. It was really funny.
Nice.
Nice. I would have been
That can go
fucking
both-
embarrassed as
Yeah,
hell.
it can go a few ways.
Oh, yeah, it can go a few ways. But she was a good sport about it. The second stop, we just did like a bus tour where you can get on, get off, and every half hour a bus comes and takes you to the next stop. After 4 stops, you go back to the ship. And that one was a little less exciting, mostly because the stops, there was only really 2 stops that were like good. One was at an aquarium, which this aquarium was actually pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm.
It had not only fish and seals and that kind of stuff, but also had like an aviary for birds. It had crocodiles. It had like a bunch of stuff, bunch of weird things, flamingos. It was more a zoo than an aquarium, really.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But it's an aquarium, so that was a good stop. And then the other one was just like at a common like shopping area, which
That was like a tourist trap kind of.
touristy trap kind of shopping area with a nice beach and everything.
Okay.
And that was fun. Third stop, we realized we hadn't eaten tacos in Mexico yet. So all we did was go out, shop, and eat tacos.
That sounds like a very, very wise usage
Yeah.
every time.
Oh, yeah. And I got to say, like,
Best taco you had?
the best taco I had, oh, God. It might honestly be just a simple beer batter fish taco with a nice chipotle aioli sauce with a little bit of
Keep going. I'm
a
close.
little bit of greens on there, and just that was it. And it was delicious.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
There was that one, and also they had like a slow cooked pork kind of taco. And that was also
So
like,
kind of like carnitas, or
yeah, carnitas, but it was like saucy too.
ooh, okay.
It was real good. And the thing about Mexico is, if you're going to places that aren't tourist places, don't worry about that. Everything is stupid
Oh, my leg.
cheap. It's ridiculous. Like for the Puerto Vallarta, we went there's the port and then a bunch of little shops there, but we walked a bit out and went to a taco place like a few blocks away. And tacos are like stupid cheap.
Example.
So we had 10 tacos and 4 drinks between the 2 of us. And I think it came out to like total $10.
What?
Oh, that's the good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, because I think pesos is 18 to 1. So 18 pesos, $1. So like each taco was like 18 pesos. So like each one was a beautiful little delicious taco. Each one was $1. And it's just ridiculously cheap. That and beer there is like dumb cheap.
Wait, did you like the beer?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say,
Kelsey got a couple beers. You got to get a.
you gotta get some cerveza, man.
Yeah.
Modelo.
No, not Modelo. Because at one of the stops, it was the factory for Pacifico, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
You're at the source.
you gotta get it from the source. So, and the beer is like $1 as well.
Oh,
It's like
dollar beers.
it's so cheap there. It's if you have the chance to go to Mexico, like don't go too far from resorty areas, but go just far enough to get something good. And then
Just far enough to get good food, not too far where your body will be missing.
yes,
Got it. Got it.
because I mean, as safe as Mexico is in those particular spots, if you go too far out of them, it is not the safest place still. So.
Oh god, I would risk my life for a fucking dollar beers. Jesus. All right.
But yeah, that was pretty fun. And again, cruises are just stupid easy, and that's why we wanted to do it, because you pay for it, you're done. That's all a cruise is.
Yeah, come in!
Leftover
I don't know
fireworks.
if that picked up on the microphone, but it sounded like a leftover firework. But yeah, that's pretty much
Leftover
it
firework from what?
for New Year's. Yeah,
Oh, people still light them? Oh, wow. Interesting.
I mean, I don't know why else you'd light a firework or have a leftover firework.
Spooky ghost.
Well, Lunar New Year was yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. For the Chinese New Year, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not Asian, so I wouldn't. Oh, wait.
Well, you're not Chinese.
Well, I mean, Koreans still celebrate it. It's the harvest moon, Lunar New Year.
Yeah, I think other than that, there hasn't been too
Actually,
much.
no, it's called the harvest moon. I'm not
I could say that me and Kelsey have started playing softball with her. Like, there's a league that a lot of people from her work were doing, and we started playing that again.
That's cool.
And before the first game, sorry, Kelsey. Before the first game, we were doing some warm up, and like Ian is one of the players, and he was just doing like high throws to try to get you to catch pop flies. I mean, that's what it was.
She was careening across the field and landed in I don't
a
know,
landmine.
Well, okay.
cartwheel into a split and then.
But yeah, she was going up to catch it and just kind of missed a little bit with her hand, I'm guessing, and jammed her finger.
Yikers.
I've done that in many sports.
Fortunately, it's not blowing up like the one time I broke my pinky, so we think it's just a sprain, but we're going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah. Maybe even two.
Maybe two.
I've done it in pretty much every sport I've played.
Sprained something or broke something.
Like the finger jam thing, catching a ball.
Oh, yeah.
I've jammed my fingers before, but I've only ever actually fractured one of my fingers once. It was like a hairline fracture.
Yeah, that was similar.
Thankfully.
That was similar with my pinky. Like, I didn't even think it was broken at first because I could still like make a fist and grip, and then the next day it was purple. And I was like, well,
I was like, this is oddly colored.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like an eggplant.
Better go into the
The
hospital.
good old doctor-y do, yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it for now.
All right.
Well, nothing's really new with me.
Okay, moving on. What's our next topic?
Okay, so streaming is picking up in a
That it
way
is.
that... Did I ever talk about Streamer Camp on this podcast?
It's been a couple months since we've done it, so I,
think
don't think so.
I think you
I might have mentioned that I was going to it.
did.
yeah, I don't think you talked about it
Okay.
like actually happening on the podcast.
I think it actually happened in December. I
yeah,
wanna
so
say.
that's before we recorded again.
Yeah, it happened. Oh my god, it happened last month. Huh.
Well,
No,
this
we
month's
recorded.
almost over.
We recorded in December, but
At the beginning, right?
Well, anyway, I was part of a little event that a couple of my friends put on called Streamer Camp. Foosley and BoxBox, otherwise known as Leslie and Albert, are two very high-profile streamers, and they want to put on an event where basically they brought on people they thought had potential as streamers, and it would push us to like really adapt and learn to become better, specifically IRL streamers, not like video game streamers, but IRL streamers. So there were 6 people that were invited, 3 girls, 3 guys. It was me, a guy named Stefan, also known as the Sushi Dragon. He's known for using a lot of green screen effects and like special like custom effects and using like modified keyboards as like kind of like stream decks and stuff that he like attaches to
Yeah.
his arms and stuff.
his stream is quite interesting.
Yeah, his stream is a very entertaining acid trip for sure. Yeah, so it was him, another guy named It's Masayoshi, It's Masayoshi. His name is John. He is primarily a League of Legends streamer, but turns out he's actually incredibly funny. And also 3 girls. Quarter Jade, aka Jody.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward Raccoon, aka Vicky.
Awkward Raccoon.
Awkward Raccoon.
Nice.
Is it raccoon or raccoon?
I think it's
where you're from
Raccoon.
in the US.
Awkward Raccoon. And JVNA Music, aka Jana. So we basically did just a bunch of activities over the course of a weekend. It was a lot of fun. We bonded a lot. We learned a lot. We had like a really successful, I would say, okay, the trip itself was incredibly expensive for the people putting on the event, but we were able to make like 90-something% of the money back.
Nice.
And considering that the event was not sponsored at all, it was a huge risk and it had never been done before, they considered it a pretty big success. So like, I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of people had a lot of fun. Like everyone had a lot of fun. I thought we really genuinely made really good, strong friendships. I personally am still very close to a lot of the people from Streamer Camp.
Speaking of which, I have a request, Tony. Make that the picture for this one.
God. Okay.
So for those that can't see it, you will. It's probably going to be the picture for this podcast.
Just some context. Basically, my friend is a streamer. Her name is Kimmy. Also goes by Angels Kimmy. She is a streamer on Twitch. She has an emote called Kimmy W, which is essentially her face, but the middle third of her face is missing. So
basically, take the nose out of the face and scrunch it.
Yeah, her face has no nose and it's scrunched, and it looks terrifying and hilarious. See, she snuck a sticker of that emote onto my phone while I wasn't watching, and now everyone asks me why I have this demon goblin creature on my phone. But apparently that's going to be
I'll see if I can find
the podcast photo. But anyway, yeah. So I've just been. Ever since that streamer camp, my channel has definitely had more momentum. I've gone from like 120 viewers average to like 250 to 300, sometimes 500, sometimes like 500 on a good day.
That's pretty good.
So my channel is gaining some momentum. I'm trying to keep it going. Unfortunately, me, my friend Jody, and John, we were streaming together yesterday. And we did something called High Stakes Marbles, where essentially it's a game where there's an obstacle course that marbles go through.
Okay.
Right?
Do you bet on them?
Yes.
Oh,
you don't bet on them. You name different marbles, different things. And whatever wins is that thing that you do. Okay. So after, like, we were drinking, obviously. And after several hours of doing that, we decided to end it off on one super high stakes marbles match. Okay. My God,
explain the stakes.
It was the most ridiculous. Okay, first of all the previous matches had like 20 to 30 different marbles. Okay, for the super high stakes one, there was one for each of us, and then one marble that said all of the above, which meant that we each had to do thing that we were challenged to do. Mine was I had to stream 25 out of the next 28 days. That means I'm giving myself 3 days off. There were some stipulations. I only had to stream minimum an hour, which is not terrible.
All right.
But 25 out of 28 days. And if I fuck up, if I don't do it, if I mess up, if I break the contract, whatever, I have to shave my head. Okay. On stream.
Hold on, question. So if you streamed from like 11 p.m. to 1 a.m.
separate streams.
Would that be... Oh.
Separate streams. But if I stream from 1 to 2 a.m., that would technically count for the next day.
Okay.
So
just turn it off at like 12:30. Get back on at 1.
I could, but, I'm definitely going to try to do it within, not the letter of the law, but more the spirit. John's bet was he could not meme for an entire week.
Is that even possible?
Or he'd have to shave his head.
Is that even possible?
And he was saying like, "Oh my God, that's so easy." And me and Jody were like, "No, bro, you have an involuntary response, like an involuntary bodily response to meme. I think you get fucked." Or he'd have to shave his head. And then for Jody, she's terrified of horror games, so she would have to do an entire playthrough of Resident Evil 2.
Oh, I was hoping that you would say
she tried Outlast. She can't do it.
Not Outlast.
Oh, which one? Amnesia?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
because I feel like Amnesia is the kind of game that if you're terrified of horror games, you're gonna psych yourself up about it and just be super terrified.
Yeah, she legitimately was crying during her playthrough of Outlast. She couldn't. She had to restart the game because she was so terrified she forgot what the objective was, and like she restarted and she couldn't even play for 30 minutes without pausing repeatedly. So I told her like, okay, here's my bargain: Resident Evil 2, because while it's still scary, you could fight back. there's weapons,
Yeah.
and there's like a puzzle element,
And you can make it an easier mode.
Yeah,
too.
I told her she could play any difficulty as well because just playing it by itself, I'm sure it would be scary for her.
Yeah.
And also, she's a big fan of Zelda. Like Zelda's her favorite franchise.
Okay.
And I told her like Resident Evil 2 also has like a puzzle element too that she might enjoy. So
Yeah. When is Resident Evil 2 coming out again?
it's already out.
Oh, it's already out.
It's already out for PC.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, came out on Friday actually,
Nice.
or like Thursday at midnight, something like that. But yes, and there was a fourth marble. Okay. A fourth marble that had it so that we all had to go. Okay.
Oh God.
So here's the fucking ridiculous thing. Me and John are neck and neck for first place, right? We're going. I'm about to drop into the finish line, and then I get bounced like 10 meters back. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm not losing this one. I'm not gonna get this one. And then John's freaking out. But then his marble gets shot out of the arena, so it's no longer in bounds anymore.
Wait.
So
is this a physical marble thing or what is
it's like 3D
this?
marbles. Like, so it uses 3D physics.
Oh, okay.
So, and then my marble was the one in first place now because his marble literally got knocked off the playing field. So I won like that. It was ridiculous. It was the most ridiculous roller coaster emotions. It was like, oh, I was like, me accepting my fate, me getting bounced back, me like celebrating, and then immediately his marble getting bounced out of the field, and then me freaking out while celebrating, and then realizing that I still fucking got destroyed. So,
Oh no.
so yeah, now I have to stream 25, or I guess now 24 out of the next 27 days. So yeah, but stream.
How bad is a shaved head for you?
Professionally, not good
That's fair.
for my job. But I did realize that if they ask for an explanation, I could just tell them something like some bullshit like, oh, like I was sleeping when my little nephew or something cut my hair.
As long as they don't listen to this.
I had to shave my head. They don't even speak English as their first language. There's no way they're listening to a video game podcast. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You'd never know, but no, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, I mean, streaming has been just a big part of my life now, like a very, very big part of. I mean, it's always been kind of like a chunk of my life, but now it's like definitely dominating in a way that it didn't before.
That's partially why we're recording less.
Yeah. So
Yes,
yeah, I guess our special announcement is that because of the difficulty for us to like meet up on a weekly basis, we have decided as a collective brainstorming unit to record once a month. That doesn't mean less quality. In fact, it might mean even more quality because it's one jam-packed podcast of jam-packaroo.
And Tony won't have to edit in under a day.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly. He could edit at his leisure. So
That's the other part of it, I guess. There's no set release date anymore. It's just once a month. So whenever
We
you
could
see
set
it,
a date,
we could set a day for it.
we could.
but
I mean, it
we'll
was
think on
Mondays
it.
before, but I mean,
We'll lull on it. We'll figure it out.
Maybe we could just have it release a certain week of the month.
yeah,
Like the last week of the month.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
could do that. Sure.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, streaming's been really hectic. Also, on top of that, I actually got more hours at work as a tutor. So like, I'm actually working more than double what I was working before. So
That means more cash money.
yes, it does. It also means more tax money. Fuck,
Aw.
I am not prepared. Also, I've not been
taxes are interesting.
I've not been saving my receipts. Which
Oh.
yeah.
I mean,
Thankfully, a lot of my purchases are through Amazon, so I think I could just collect the invoice from Amazon.
you
That's a
can
receipt.
print them out.
Right. Okay.
And then the other thing I told you was the gas.
Yeah.
There is a calculator that the tax people do use to figure out, on average, what you can get back from that. So
Got it.
if you go into a person, it'd probably be a good thing.
I think it's like 29 miles to drive to work, something like that.
One way.
One way.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So
So
Mine
you're
might
probably
be
going to get a
32
decent
soon.
amount.
what?
His might be 32 soon.
If
Is
I
what he was
get it, it'll
saying.
be 32.
Yeah. Yikes.
Tori's driving pretty far too, right? She's driving out somewhere around here,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like almost 30 miles
Yep. Past you, actually. Down.
down the
That
street,
way.
yeah, the Binghamton Street.
Yeah. So for me, it's just like collectively speaking, I make way more money from tutoring, but I find way more enjoyment
In
from streaming, obviously. But it's nice to have both. But it's hard to like go. I don't want to go all in tutoring, but it's hard to go all in on streaming when I have tutoring. Does that mean? Because I'm not at a point where I'm willing to give up tutoring yet. Because I just.
Yeah.
No.
No, I
sense.
understand.
So yeah.
Are you Peppy from Star Fox?
Yeah,
There's a reason that comes up a lot.
that's basically been my life lately. I am actually trying really hard to improve my just overall appearance. So I started working out recently. I bought like a bench, like an adjustable bench, as well as some weights, like some adjustable weights.
That reminds me. Me and Kelsey are on a diet. No,
Yeah,
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So we're all trying to be our best selves for 2019.
I'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there. Also, like, dude, like things as simple as like I was just like, dude, when I shave, I fuck up my face. I can't figure out why. And then I just looked up like tips on how to shave, like things that I've never really been taught. You know, I just assumed like, yeah, okay, shaving cream to face, shave.
Run metal blade across
Yeah,
face. No cuts.
Yeah, thinking that was good enough, and then I realized like I'm pressing way too hard on my face with my razor. Like I'm actually damaging the skin on my face, thinking that I have to actually press it that hard. And because I was just reading tips like, yeah, don't press too hard. Okay, do like 1 to 2 inch swipes with each swipe. Clean your razor with each swipe because otherwise
I always do.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, but like for me, it used to be like, oh, like I'll clean it every couple swipes, but then no,
every swipe.
It's every swipe.
Yep.
Like you guys probably knew that shit. I didn't. So like,
I didn't know about the pressing down too hard thing. That I should try that.
yeah. So I mean, your
doing
facial hair is different though because you have a full beard.
Well, see, my problem is I have coarse facial hair and sensitive skin, which is terrible.
Well, you never go clean shaven too often though.
My neck. I shave my neck.
Oh, do you use
leave the beard.
an electric shaver for that, or you use a razor?
No,
You use
I
a
have
razor for that.
Like the 4-blade thing.
Yeah. So
yeah.
like today I noticed that like with the tips in mind, like my skin feels way less like fucked up for sure. I've also been like little things like applying lip balm on my lips because like I didn't even realize how
It makes
bad
a big difference.
I didn't even realize how bad chapped lips look. Like I didn't think about that shit. But then I was just like I remember reading a Reddit post. It's like, what is like one simple thing you could do to improve your appearance, right? And then this guy was talking about like, oh yeah, I work with this girl, and like she's not a terrible person or anything. Like I'm fine with her, we're friends, but I never thought she was cute or attractive or anything. And then one day, like I just noticed something about her made her more cute, and I realized it was because she was wearing lip balm. Her lips are always like chapped or cracked, and like that was kind of a turnoff to me. But then literally just doing that one thing made her look so much better. So like I like was just like, holy shit! Like I've never really. This is really sad coming from a 28-year-old man, but like there are certain things about my appearance I just didn't really pay attention to or think about, and like
You reminded me that I'm gonna put some on right now.
like I realized that I could
Hell yeah.
I could totally just improve like these things with just like little simple changes. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that.
Well, I think that overall, as a culture, that's becoming more acceptable for like men to do self care.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was always kind of a thing.
yeah, but
but
you were
like
considered metro then if you took care of
Yeah,
yourself.
you weren't really masculine. You weren't manly if you like cared about. Oh, I want my skin to be smooth. But like really, that just means I want my skin to be healthy.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully,
You know?
at least in California, I think it's far more acceptable to actually give
Oh,
a shit
mean-
about your appearance.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
not be accused of like masculinity issues. Thankfully.
Yeah, but I just mean like as a whole.
Oh yeah,
it's become more
for sure.
more
I agree.
commonly accepted.
I agree. But yeah, I mean, those little things have helped my self-esteem a lot, I would say.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, I'm still kind of a pudgy boy, but I'm working on it. So, yeah.
Hey, as long as you make an effort.
Yeah, I'm making an effort because I can't be single forever. All right. All right. So that's basically my last update. Nothing really crazy for me.
Cool.
So, yeah. Did you guys want to take a break before we get into game news?
I'm good.
Yeah, actually, a
A break?
$5.
A fiver?
$5.
All right.
Did quick $5.
See you later.
$5 later.
We'll be back.
And I'm back with a larger. Wait, wrong article. So
I'm sorry, what?
nothing. Anyway, we're back with the video game news.
Gaming news.
Gaming news.
Are you okay?
Okay, sorry. Let me close the window real quick.
Did someone die?
Okay.
That was almost the Skype sound.
But there are a couple big headliners from the past couple months. Basically, the biggest one in my opinion is Bungie splits with Activision and is keeping Destiny.
That is it's a weird development, but a good, a welcome one.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So apparently, like
Yeah.
a lot of insider reports were stating that like the relationship between the two was always like tenuous at best, and that the news of their split was met with like cheers and like champagne popping or some shit. So like, yes, Bungie wanted this really bad, and one of the main things that I think apparently one of the big things that stressed Bungie about their relationship with Activision was that Activision demanded that they have content drops on a fall schedule. So they had to have something released, which is why they split up like their expansions the way they did for Destiny, and it always felt kind of like.
So that was Activision's fault.
Well, Activision, unfortunately, with all the companies it has umbrellaed itself over, has kind of cast an ugly shadow on a lot of them.
Luckily, Blizzard is still kind of hanging in there.
Well, Blizzard, yes, they're doing fine, but I know.
That's why I said hanging in there.
They're doing fine, but before they were doing great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, imagine going to that fucking BlizzCon and finding out the best news, the most exciting news out of that BlizzCon, okay?
Yep.
Was a fucking Warcraft 3 remake, right? Or not even a remake, a Warcraft 3 HD
A remaster.
Right? And World of Warcraft vanilla, classic, whatever.
That's
something that people already knew about.
But that mobile game they announced.
Hey,
yeah, I'm sure people.
Yeah,
I'm sure people were real happy about that one too.
Yeah. So Blizzard has made it abundantly clear that they're trying to target the Chinese market.
Well, Activision has made it blatantly clear through Blizzard that they're targeting the Chinese market.
They actually have already confirmed that they're making mobile games for each of their IPs. So it's not even just Diablo Immortals.
Yeah,
so.
And the thing about that is I'm not opposed to that. I'm really not. But if it's taking development time away.
But I mean, it 100% is.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. Like you can have a team dedicated to mobile creation of your IPs. That's fine. You know, if you want to make a Diablo for mobile, great. Don't take developers away from Diablo for PC for a mobile game.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's just unfortunate because like it really does seem like they're shifting their focus away from why Blizzard was beloved as a PC gaming company, right?
And
like a PC gaming empire.
Yeah, and honestly, they've also been doing pretty well on consoles lately too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Diablo 3 for Switch. It's working out.
Yeah, they've obviously have shipped. I mean, but it's not a new IP though. It's Diablo 3 for Switch.
Well, it's not new IP, not even new game. Yeah.
Or no, sorry, not new IP, but new game. But I don't know, man. There's nothing coming out of Blizzard that I'm excited for.
Not currently.
Like what? They announced for Overwatch, one new character, one new map, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
I forgot who it was.
What content is actually really exciting for Overwatch other than the fact that they have seasonal skins? That's it.
Unfortunately, at this point, it is kind of limited in terms of new content.
But I mean, watching the pros is still exciting.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Overwatch is a very exciting game still, but it's also.
You don't like Overwatch League?
Not really.
Or IDV
it's kind of boring. It's like I feel like Overwatch League is kind of hard to follow and not as exciting to watch as like other esports.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is
I like LCS better.
It's one of the newer games that's sort of in that scene. But it also just doesn't seem to have the same pull as a lot of the older games that have been doing it for a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's because of the weird way the game is structured. It's hard, like you said, it's hard to follow in a casting sense. And how they have to do the cameras, like you can't really see what's happening.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of Destiny and Bungie splitting from Activision's.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, what?
No, it's probably mostly my fault for that tangent. But last little thing is Bungie's already announced or confirmed that they're working on a brand new game because they had a $100 million investment from NetEase. So yeah, they're gonna work on a new game.
Huh.
They're like their own publisher, the company publisher. Yeah, so I'm excited because this is the company that made some of my favorite multiplayer games, including like Halo, the Halo series primarily, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
definitely. I think it's good that game companies like that or any other can break away from this big chain of things that like wants to change what they do.
Yeah, I kind of want to say it's like one of the few like companies that broke away from a major company without dying, right? Like you hear a lot of stories about like these huge like gaming like titans like buying up like studios and stuff, and then the studios just shriveling and dying within their ownership, right?
Like Rare.
Yeah.
Poor Rare.
Poor Rare. They were so good for so long, and then Microsoft bought them, and they're like, well, time to die.
Yeah. Anyway, next news article: EA cancels their in development open world Star Wars game.
I'm like both sad and okay with this.
Yeah, I mean their track record's not great. They acquired the Star Wars license back in 2013, which is over 5 years ago now, and they've released 2 games. And both of those games were the Star Wars Battlefront games. And both of those games were fucking marred with issues that read EA all over them.
Yeah, first game, no content on launch, DLC only content coming in.
Yep.
Second game, just microtransactions. And all of them.
And not just microtransactions. It's
Game breaking.
Game, like balance changing microtransactions.
So dumb.
So, yeah, I think this is like the second or third Star Wars games they've canceled now.
Yeah, I feel like the Star Wars franchise is such a monolithic, huge franchise that like all you have to do is not fuck it up and you'll be fine. And yet both times they released a game, they fucked it up.
Yep. It just means I feel like the company's kind of out of touch with what customers want out of a Star Wars game.
EA?
You know what I mean?
Out of touch?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
They know their sports audience.
Yeah, but they've been putting microtransactions in that too now.
It's true.
You have to pay to get a haircut. Literally in the game. You have to
unfortunate.
pay to get haircuts.
That was 2K games, I think.
It doesn't even matter. It's EA Sports.
With the 2K basketball games.
I mean, okay, so FIFA, that's EA. You have to buy players.
Yeah, like they have like booster packs of like it's gambling
It's
sort of,
dumb.
right? Yeah.
It's loot boxes, but for players in the game.
Unfortunate, because I really do like Star Wars games growing up, like Rogue Squadron, Rebel Alliance.
Yeah,
the OG Battlefront.
Those were awesome.
The KOTOR games, the Battlefront games. Like
Oh,
they just,
KOTOR,
yeah. So yeah, this open world game was supposed to be in the same vein as KOTOR.
Yeah,
And
it's sad to know, but I'm kind of glad EA is getting away from it.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that someone else can pick it up, or they will just continue on their own somehow. But
What about
I just
DICE?
didn't want
What
EA.
if DICE was able to actually make it themselves?
That'd be nice. But DICE is under EA, and EA
I just
will
feel
not
like
let that
after
happen.
I feel like after 2 failed Battlefront games, they're not going to make a third one.
Yeah.
You know, so DICE would develop Battlefront, right?
Well, it wasn't their fault though.
No, but still, like EA is
Yeah.
going to be like, we're not going to greenlight this project.
It's
like,
EA looks at the bottom line and is like, well, we didn't get money from this.
yeah,
so
there isn't a
clearly it's your
market.
guys'
There's clearly
fault.
isn't a market for Star Wars games. I mean, like kids love microtransactions. I don't get it.
I kind of want Disney to just be like, you know that license we sold you for Star Wars?
Give it back.
Give it back.
Give it back.
You're done.
Can you do that with the
I
license?
don't fucking know how it works.
If they
Disney's
sell
powerful enough that they could probably do it.
Yeah, I'm assuming that you could like sell the rights to your license to multiple people at a time. Isn't that how like
That's-
Warhammer 40K gets like so many fucking games made?
That and also like the Marvel Cinematic Universe not having
Yeah.
Spider-Man up until now, like not having the X-Men. It's because Marvel was suffering and sold their stuff to multiple people.
Yeah,
So before that, that's why that happened.
I see.
There you go.
All right, next news story. It's a sad one, but a little glimmer of hope at the end of the
It's
tunnel.
bittersweet.
Basically, Nintendo revealed today the status of development for Metroid Prime 4, and it is not a good one. Basically, they were not happy with how the game was coming along, and they decided to restart development from scratch and bring in Retro, the studio that was responsible for the original Metroid Prime games.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Like, you don't really see announcements like this very often. Like, very honest announcements about the state of a game.
I will say that when it comes to a company that does make announcements like this, Nintendo tends to be the one that does it the most because they have that mentality, and this is like a quote from them a long time ago. A delayed game will eventually be good. A bad game will always be bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, to be fair, Nintendo has made some clunkers, but yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't delay those games.
God, I wish they fucking delayed their online service. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I mean they actually did, but anyway, it's still
It's-
shit.
It's bittersweet.
Zingers.
Okay, so here's the thing. How long does a game typically take to develop?
I want to say
2 to 5 years.
2 to 5
For like
depending on,
for like Metroid Prime though.
it's probably closer in the realm of 4.
Okay. What do you think is the life cycle for the Switch?
8
10
years?
years?
10 years?
10 years?
Do you think 8 to 10 years? You think that console will be relevant for 10 years?
Well, I think
Yes.
if anything, they're
I
going
think
to
so.
make a more powerful version of the same thing.
Yeah, remember they're
Because
talking about the Switch Pro
this is
or
a
whatever.
winning formula. Like, this thing sold... It's selling as well as the Wii did.
Okay. I think they're going to make a brand new console, but I do see the Switch remaining useful. Like I could see them creating like a home console, like a dedicated home console, like far in the future. I don't think the Switch is going to be relevant for 10 years.
Well, that's why I'm thinking if they were to do something, it would incorporate the Switch somehow.
Right, because the average life cycle for a Nintendo console, or most consoles, is 4 to 6 years. So 8 to 10 is crazy.
Well, the latest generation and the generation before it lasted much longer than that.
Well,
it wasn't
Wii U
like
was like
360 and PS3.
It was like 9 years almost.
Yeah, the 360 and the 360 came out in 2004, and then the PS4 was the next one.
The
Or
last
Xbox
generation
One.
lasted a really long time. This generation probably also going to last a really long time. They just updated the console slightly, so I'm thinking if Nintendo were to do anything, it would be that. Is update the console they already have,
Yeah, let me look
because
this
they
up before
sold
we
this
continue
thing
here.
like gangbusters,
Mhm.
you know. So
Xbox
They don't
One.
wanna-
I do believe that it will
released it.
end up on the Switch, but like, I do also think there's
It
a possibility
will.
that development will take
Yeah,
so long
it
that
was Xbox One released on November 22nd, 2013.
Xbox 360.
360 was November 22nd, 2005. So that is 8 years.
Okay, 8 years.
I guess there are like the half step iterations. Like
Yeah.
there's like the
the
Xbox
Elite.
One S,
Elite,
Xbox.
the One S, the One X. Oh God,
See,
PS4
but
Pros.
that's the thing. Like, it's still that.
That's true.
Yeah, 'cause
That's true.
I
Okay.
think they don't want to mess with development for people too much.
What do you think the next Switch is going to be called?
Switch Pro, probably. Something like that.
Well, knowing Nintendo could be the new Nintendo,
Switch
the,
Wii
the
U.
new Nintendo Switch.
The Switch U.
But going back to the article itself, the fact that Retro is the one that they're handing it off to makes me very glad. Because the thing with Metroid is the last game that we got that was a console release was Other M. And that was not by Retro. And boy, was that not a great experience.
What
People-
did that come out for? The Wii?
That came out for the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii.
The Wii. Just the Wii, yeah. So it's been a long time. They haven't touched the franchise in a while, and the last game they released was kind of a bummer. So Retro getting a game back to a game series that was very well liked by a lot of Nintendo fans, that's okay in my book.
I mean,
and,
Super Metroid even.
and it's honestly kind of refreshing.
Super Metroid.
That's a whole different thing, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say.
It's honestly kind of refreshing to see a company be like, hey, we messed up. It's going to take some more time, but we hope that this one will live up to your expectations.
Like at least we know, as
Yes.
opposed to like, so when's Metroid come out? So when's Metroid coming out? It's like you fucking told us like, hey, we're restarting development. It's gonna be a while.
yeah, and
Because
that's
when the fuck is Final Fantasy VII remake gonna? Jesus, have we
Never.
learned anything about that game?
never.
No.
Like I'm still kind of in disbelief that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out next week. A little bit.
I honestly forgot it was happening because I just assumed it wasn't going to.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize Retro made the Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, they're really good at what they do. So
I like that game.
They don't make a lot of games, but their games are good.
yeah, that's what I would say about Retro is they're just solid at what they do.
Quality. Okay.
Yeah. So it's bittersweet, but I'd rather it be this than another Other M situation.
Hey, at least they didn't EA their game. You know, they didn't just cancel it. So there's
Yeah.
that.
Or release it and have it be complete crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And like, here's the thing: like, Metroid has never been a very good selling series. Like
historically, yes.
like compared to the other franchises, like it didn't.
Yeah, it doesn't
nearly
sell
as
like
well-
Zelda. It doesn't sell like Mario. Metroid is more of a slightly more mature audience
Yeah.
for Nintendo, which ironically just doesn't sell as well.
Yeah. So the fact that like they're like willing to restart development, eat the development costs of whatever they've already been doing, kind of just goes to show that they're willing to just make good video games, even if it doesn't come at a massive profit.
Yeah. They've failed to do that a couple times, but I'm hoping with this one, because it's retro,
Yeah.
that it'll turn out nice and good.
Fucking put the online
Not just that, but like a couple, like Star Fox hasn't had a good representation lately.
Well, to be fair, I did hear that Atlas game
Oh yeah,
is decent. It's
but that's not a Star Fox game.
apparently, but they're okay. I personally haven't played it, but a lot of people have said that like it has like a Star Fox storyline. It's actually not a bad facsimile.
I'm not denying that, but I mean like a main Star Fox franchise.
I don't know if they're gonna make one. I don't know if they're gonna make one for a while.
Star Fox Zero, the best.
No, F-Zero as well.
I don't think they're gonna make an F-Zero.
I don't know if they ever will. It's Captain Falcon's just there forever.
There's just no market for it currently because Mario Kart is like kind of, if you want like the couch co-op racing experience, Mario Kart.
Yeah. I'm
or Sonic Racing.
I'm still hoping that eventually
Diddy
we get
Kong Racing,
an F-Zero, but I'm not holding my breath.
Yeah. I mean, I think the closest thing we have to F-Zero is the F-Zero kart in Mario Kart. So, right?
You're probably not wrong there.
Yeah. Or his Final Smash.
Yeah. No.
Blue Falcon.
Sad life. All right, let's go into games we played. You guys ready?
All right.
You guys down?
Yeah, sure.
Like a clown. All right, we're gonna mix things up a bit. Matt, what have you been playing, dude?
Quite honestly, not a lot.
Yeah.
I've mostly been playing Smash. I mean, that's not too much of a surprise.
Wait, what?
What's that?
Just the latest Super Smash Bros. Game that came out for the Switch and rated its second best game of the year, despite it only being out for 2 days. And I still hold true to that pretty much.
Excuse me.
I've been playing online mostly, and I still don't have a single character that I'm like trying to get good with. I'm trying to get good with like everyone. I've tried Ridley. I like Incineroar just for the memes of it.
Yeah, he's silly.
But if you win with him, it's hilarious.
Yeah. You can do some things, but he's slow as hell.
Well, he's the slowest character in the game, but he hits hard. Mm-hmm. When he hits you, it's going to hurt. I've been playing Rob online, and that's who I'm actually like in Elite Smash with. I'm trying to think of the other games I've played, but kind of drawing a blank.
Honestly, Smash is just smashing.
Smash is, yeah. I remember one other thing. I bought Katamari for the Switch because I fucking love that game.
And how's it hold up?
It's good. I think that, funny enough, the layout of the controller for the Switch makes it awkward to control. Oh. Because for the PlayStation, the sticks are right next to each other, right? So when you go straight, you just push up in the same spot.
Oh, because it's not like mirrored? Yeah,
because it's offset, you want to push up, but like you have to push up more with your left hand than you would with your right hand. So I like go at like slight angles sometimes, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And it's because I'm doing it that way. I haven't tried the motion controls yet, because you can motion controls it with the 2 Joy-Cons, like forward, back, jump, like that kind of stuff.
That might work.
This is not really work. It's not really related, but do you know what I want to come back?
What?
Super Monkey Ball.
Oh yeah.
Like, sorry, just you talking about the controls for like Katamari Damacy just reminded me of Super Monkey Ball, and I feel like that would be so great to come back, dude.
Yeah,
such a fun game.
It was only on the GameCube, right?
Yeah, I think so. They had like 2. I think there's 2 of them, and they're both on GameCube. There might have been one for like PSP or something, but like I don't.
That was a fun game. I'm a little surprised it kind of just died off.
Yeah. It was very Japanese.
It
not. It
was
fun though.
Stupid Japanese. Have you seen that game?
True, but like, yeah. But it was just zany enough that like it caught like Americans like attention, you know?
Yeah, but I really like Katamari. Still a fun game. Mm-hmm. There's this one level that I've been trying to get better at. Mm-hmm. It's Ursa Major. In Katamari, the concept is you're rolling up a bunch of junk from Earth because your father, the king of the cosmos, basically had a rager and broke the universe. So you're recreating the universe using the junk from Earth. Mm-hmm. So you're creating stars and stuff. In this level, you're
kind of sounds like a Friday night for me, but yeah, continue.
And on this level, you're trying to pick up one bear, but they're varying sizes in the level. So the smaller the bear, the worse you've done. So you're trying to collect the biggest bear possible in this one level. But the problem is the bigger you get, the harder it is to see these tiny bears. So like at one point I was pretty big in the game. Like I think I could have gotten like an actual like adult bear size thing, but I picked up a sign that had a picture of a bear on it. And as soon as you pick up a bear, it stops you and just says bear, and then the turn you're done, right? And like I was just rolling around, didn't see this thing, and it was just like bear, and I'm like, fuck. It's a surprisingly hard level to get like the biggest bear on.
Yeah,
so that's
Makes sense.
gotta say, like, yeah, that's fucking Katamari, dude. That's some Katamari ass shit right there.
And it's like when you finish the level, the King Cosmos like judges you. And he's like, "What the fuck is this bear? This is a microscopic bear. This is not the Ursa Major."
Well, sorry, Dad, I didn't fuck up the universe, you asshole.
I know. But yeah, that game's really fun. If anyone is curious, I think it's like $20.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. I remember.
On
I
the
think
Switch?
it's 20.
I'd say if you like weird zany games, give it a shot. It's pretty fun.
Cool.
I think that's mostly it. I've mostly been playing Smash and Katamari. So yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. Tony?
Yeah, some similar things aside from Katamari.
So half
Smash.
of what I said.
Yeah. Playing, actually not so much recently, but I was playing a lot of Smash. I don't have anyone in Elite because I just suck. I don't know what else to say.
Well, that in Elite seems like it's changing how much you need every once in a while.
Yes, first it was like, oh, you needed 400,000 GSP.
Yeah,
then
and I
it
got
was
that
like
first day.
Yeah, then it was like, oh no, you need 1.6 million. Oh wait, no, you need 2.4 million.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you need 2.9 million.
I think I remember watching the Smash Direct. They were saying that like the amount changes relative to the skill levels of the other players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it has to do with your win rate as well. So even if you have 4 million GSP, if you have more losses than wins, you're not going to get into Elite either.
Yeah, because I know I've seen some players like even recently on YouTube or stuff that are playing at Elite level and they're like at 2.9.
Mm-hmm.
And like I have a few characters that are over 2.3. So it's like, what's going on there? But it has to do something with win rates and other weird statistics that they bring into it.
Yeah, like Zero, for instance. He has every character in to Elite,
Smash, yeah.
but his overall roster is 3 million.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, is this the highest in the world? I'm like,
No, it's not. I'm higher than that.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with like.
Well, it's also my roster. I have not played most of the characters, so like
Right.
most of them are at like the standard starting point for a 3.2 million person,
Right.
which is like at 3 million.
And see, I've played them all, but my roster GSP is like 2.9. But I only have like one character in that range, which is weird. How my overall is the same. I have some that are like Richter is like 11,000.
Wait, who's your highest?
All I did was lose.
Is it King K. Rool?
My highest right now is Link for some reason.
Link.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I just kept winning with him.
I mean, sometimes that happens. When I started playing Ridley, I just won and kept winning, and it
Yeah,
was
but
like really close to the most I've
The
had.
thing though is like even though you win a lot, if you lose like once in that like trial period or whatever, you go down like 400,000.
Well, I remember I was playing as Ridley for the first time, and I played against a Donkey Kong who, for the first stock, zeroed to death to me, but then I killed him, and it was real satisfying.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, Smash is still really fun. Actually, because I was such a stickler with controllers, I actually went out of my way to get an original in-box GameCube controller.
Just don't throw this one on the ground.
I will not. I definitely won't at all.
He says that now.
You can't see this, but I'm shaking my head at Matt.
No,
in
it's
disbelief.
pristine though. I keep it in a plastic bag when I'm not using it.
That plastic bag is going to be a container full of GameCube parts.
No, it will not. I will not throw that.
What
So yeah,
else you been playing?
aside from Smash, I was playing Diablo 3 as well, but on my Switch, not on PC.
Cool.
Just because it came
It's
out for that, and it's awesome. Yeah, works
It's
really
convenient.
well. Like, there were times where I just didn't want to go to sleep yet, but laying in bed anyway, just have my Switch, playing Diablo 3. Just
Yeah.
grinding it out. Why not?
The real benefits of the Switch, playing on the toilet and in bed.
Yeah, exactly. And the new season started actually Monday, I think. So we're at
Oh, for Diablo?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. Playing some more League of Legends. The ranked season started yesterday.
Patch 9 point something.
Yeah, it's just season 2019, they call it.
No, there's a patch number. I just forget what.
I think it's 9.3 or something weird like that.
They changed some stuff.
9.2.
Oh, that was close.
I didn't really read up on what they changed. It changed something about some items in the jungle, something. I don't know.
They nerfed an AD carry item. They nerfed runes or something. And then, yeah.
They made some jungling changes for sure. Like, from my understanding, there's some scuttle crab changes and things like that.
Is it easier to kill or harder?
I don't know. I don't really follow.
Because it's like...
I think it might be like you get less gold from it. Things like that.
That would make sense. Scuttle crab gives a lot, but still.
It's because it takes you like 10 years to kill it.
No, it doesn't.
The thing is a tank.
That depends on the character
mini
you're
boss.
playing.
Those things
if you're
are mini
playing
bosses.
a percent damage character at all, it
You see,
murders
like
it.
I don't know what long is to Tony. For me, it doesn't seem like that long.
And depending on who you are, smiting it is a good idea. So
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's not terrible. It just seems like it. I don't know. Depending on what level, like if for it to be,
it doesn't fight back, so you're going to kill it, kind of a thing.
But to be useful early on, you have to have more than yourself killing it, obviously. But because it takes so long, people can find out where you are, and you'll just die. If the other team's good and aware. But what else? A lot of Overwatch recently too. The Lunar New Year started yesterday as well. So we got some new sick looking skins.
Cool.
As Peter mentioned earlier, they're kind of
They're based off of either prominent Chinese figures in history,
like you would
or
see in
like
Dynasty
Lu
Warriors.
Bu, Guan Yu, Zhu Geiliang, things like that.
Cool.
They look sick.
Yeah, they look really cool. It's literally Beard Nation. So many of them have beards,
Including May.
like
No,
long flowing beards.
If they gave May a beard, she'd still be kind of.
Okay, sure.
they didn't though.
She'd still be kind of weird.
I mean, I still like playing that game. It's just I've been playing with my brother recently more, and it's just fun. We keep a lot of Advil at hand for how much our backs
you get.
No, from how much our backs hurt after each game.
I see.
Yeah, it's really
Wait,
rough.
what rank are you again?
So online,
the back hurts over in bronze.
no, the back hurts in quick play.
Oh, quick play. I mean, yeah.
We don't do comp together. My
But what rank are you
comp
again?
rating has gone down to 940.
So just
You're triple digit now?
Yes.
triple digit.
You're triple digit now.
All I do is lose, no matter how hard I carry.
So just for reference, diamond is 2,500.
That's gold.
If you're carrying properly, okay, you know what? I'm not going to comment on this.
you can't win for all the rest of the 5 people on your team. You can't.
Well, I
Sure
mean,
you
I've
No,
seen
you
it.
can't.
I've seen it done, but apparently you can't.
You
Like
really
it
can't.
sounds like if you're carrying as hard as you seem to sound like you claim you're carrying, you're not actually carrying.
Well,
I think at that rank, if you play Pharah and are good at Pharah, you just win.
No, let me. Maybe this is why. So, in perspective on how I'm carrying, I usually have at least 3 golds
What characters?
as a tank.
Well, you can't carry as a tank.
Time on point, damage
Eliminations.
taken, and eliminations. That's fine.
No, and damage most of the time.
But you're still going to end up dying to like their DPS
Oh,
or
I
their
know.
playmakers.
But this is why I'm saying you can't. Depending on the character you play, you cannot carry your team even if you have the best
Then
stats.
why don't you just play those characters, Forehead?
Because this is the problem with my rank. No matter what I pick, everyone sucks at their role. So if I usually just pick who I want to play right in the beginning and just hope for the best.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
I don't know. Like outside of me and Matt watching you play, we can't really comment, you know?
I'm pretty good at McCree now.
Oh, I've watched him play.
McCree is my
Yeah, Tony,
my bread
I've
and
watched you
butter.
play too, so it's like
I'm not saying I'm good, but
you say you're carrying.
I should rephrase. If I'm a tank and have 5 golds, there's something wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know how you can heal the
I don't
most
know.
of the tank unless
I don't know.
you're,
I've played games as a tank where I had 5 goals and I won. So
No, but I always lose. I have lost 8 straight games in a row this week. I have not won a single competitive game.
Nice.
You know what? Not playing competitive games, not playing the competitive part of the competitive games has made my life so much happier.
Well, that's why I'm having fun carrying in quick play.
There you go.
Wait, you just told me you can't even carry in quick play.
No, I said when James and I play, our backs hurt from carrying so hard.
The Advil. That was the joke.
How come that doesn't translate into competitive then?
Because of the rating, the MMR. I don't know. Like I
Like
can't.
you're already 900. Like how much lower? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like when if you're quit.
James is 600.
Yeah. I remember.
But how the fuck are you saying that James is carrying anything at 600?
In quick play, we're actually because I think.
It matches your MMR.
I think because the difference in MMR, so I'm playing against people that are just.
Maybe you should queue ranked with James.
Our teams are maybe our team.
I
rating is
remember
800.
playing with James. It was an experience.
He's decent at Junkrat now. He's gotten.
Anyone is decent at Junkrat. You aim in a particular direction the enemies are, and you just spam your fucking grenade launcher.
Not really. You can be bad at Junkrat.
Can.
Okay, I give up.
All right. Anywho, what else, Tony? What else you been playing?
I feel there was one. Oh, Overcooked 2, which
that's a fun
I've
game.
been playing with my wife on stream when we are able to.
It's a fun game.
This one has a lot of.
Getting them 3 stars.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
because we beat the first one and went into this one so quickly after. Like we went through the first 2 chapters, everything 3 stars. It was like the easiest thing ever, and then. The 3rd chapter started, and we're like, "Oh fuck!" Like some of these are
They ramped it up, huh?
like we're stuck on this one. It's like a mine cart one where the sender flips like 180 degrees every time. It's really hard.
Yeah, I
We can't
remember.
get 3 stars.
I remember playing Overcooked 1, and the last couple levels were like, I don't know how the fuck we're supposed to pass these things. We did
I
it,
know.
but like it was so hard.
The ones in the air and
The space one where like the
Yes.
platform goes in between where you need to
so
cook
hard.
and where you need to clean and deliver. It was
Yeah,
like
it's
with
really
2
hard.
players. Oh my god,
I don't know how we did it.
so
either.
hard.
Yeah, I played that game for an hour and I refunded it because it was just like
Too much.
this is a lot like Overcooked 1, and
But you can throw stuff. You couldn't do that. in the first one.
wow, refund.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I was just hoping that my friends would have it on Switch, and that tends to be the case. So, Baba Booey. Yep. What else have you been playing?
That I think
We'll do
covers
it.
it.
All right,
All right,
Peter.
all right. I've been playing some old games. Well, not old games. Well,
All right, hold
old
on.
games.
You've been playing Civilization 1.
Yes. Wow. Good get. No, I've been
I was
playing.
about to say.
I've been playing Diablo 3 again.
Okay.
The new season started, I think, like a week ago or so.
Yeah.
So season 16. Pretty interesting thing that they did was there's a very popular ring in the game called the Ring of Royal Grandeur, which essentially makes it so that you need 1 less set item to get the set bonus.
Oh, nice.
So you get 5. No, so that ring has been in existence for a very long time.
Yeah.
Right, and it's been part of lots of like best in slot builds because it allows for way more flexibility. The cool thing about the season is they actually gave you the buff that the ring gives you without actually equipping the ring. So like it allowed for more interesting and powerful builds. So I rolled a wizard. Okay.
Nice.
The set that they give you for free when you first when you do seasons, like there's something called Hadric's Gift, and if you fulfill certain missions, they'll give you essentially 3 separate gifts, which will give you 6 pieces of the set.
Cool.
They gave me the set for Vers, which is the Archon set. Like, so Archon's that ability where you turn into this astral being with superpowers. And for Vers set, essentially what happens is you become a super powerful Archon that has all the different talent runes for Archon turned on, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
And then like a lot of different abilities that stack off of Archon, essentially. The really fucking annoying thing about that build is outside of Archon,
Are you useless?
you're pretty useless. Okay, so here's the thing. Archon cooldown's like 2 minutes. You can reduce that obviously with cooldown reduction. And also there's this one piece of gear where like you accumulate stacks of Archon power or whatever when you're in Archon form, which increases your damage and damage reduction. There's an item which lets you keep those stacks after Archon has fallen off for a certain amount of time. So you're still like decently powerful for a certain amount of time, but there's like 30 seconds. Okay, for me, it felt like 30 seconds where I was the most useless piece of shit, like trying to avoid every motherfucking thing, because literally if anything breathed in my direction, I instantly died. Okay,
Great.
So it was not a fun build to go. Like, dude, but when like I found that fucking the shrine that gives me like super cooldown reduction, oh, best build ever, the fucking best. I'm erect from 10 miles away. You can touch the tip. Like it's so fucking good. But outside of that, it's the most inconsistent build. But then recently, I finally finished like one of the best in slot builds, the Tal Rasha's build, is basically you cycle through different elemental abilities, and when you do that, it'll launch meteors of that element at the enemy. So it's a meteor build.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty fun build. It's not a particularly fast build, but the damage is really good. So that build's been pretty fun. I've been having a lot of fun with that. I've been having a lot of fun with like a lot of the new items I don't recognize in the game. So like Diablo 3 is fun again, but I think that I'm mostly playing that game to tide me over before Anthem. So Anthem is EA's new game that's coming out. It's honestly, if the most concise way I could describe it is, imagine if Iron Man had different classes, like different types of Iron Man suits that fulfill different needs, like in
in the actual Iron Man
Yeah,
movies?
he sort of does.
in like an MMO setting. So there's like the tank, the spellcaster, the assassin, the all around good guy, the all arounder kind of deal. Imagine that with Diablo style loot. That is Anthem. The game is gorgeous, and they came out with a demo recently that you could play if you pre-ordered the game or got a demo code from a friend. My God, that was the most fucking bug-riddled thing I've played in quite some time. Okay,
When is it coming out?
February 22nd. So not honestly
not a lot of time.
in a little less than a month. So yeah, like I was having tons of connections issues, like the servers are getting slammed, which was not helpful. Lots of T-posing, things like that. The game was definitely made with console in mind first, because the UI was definitely console in mind first. A lot of UI decisions that make no sense for a PC game. The flying in the game feels very weird. Like floaty and imprecise, which is frustrating.
Huh.
Isn't that like the highlight of this thing?
Yes, but yes. Apparently there are some settings that improve it a lot, but then you have to go into like the
IMI or
the
something?
IMI and shit to fix it a little bit. The swimming feels even worse. So
I didn't even think there would be
there's
swimming.
swimming in the game.
Okay. Water levels?
Well, yes,
Fuck.
but there is some like positivity, some optimism I have from this. The community has been asking for a social hub for a really long time, and they gave them one.
Oh, that's good.
Like, it seems like they're listening. And there is a huge thread on Reddit about bugs and issues and stuff. And people have been very frank with their criticisms, and the EA people have been responding, saying like, "Hey, like we're aware of this issue. The demo wasn't actually able to include some of these fixes that we already had in mind. Yes, we are aware that swimming feels really bad right now, and we are working on that." So it does seem like they care. Like they're not trying to just ship a broken game and be done with it. They're really trying to improve it as much as possible. But I'm really surprised that they actually released the demo in this state for PC, because it's not a good look for PC at all. But the framework of the game is really fun. The abilities feel really fun. Flying and moving around just looks fucking cool. It looks fucking cool, dude. If you really want to feel like Iron Man, this game makes you fucking feel like Iron Man. Going from like full on like thruster like boosts mid-air into like hovering and shooting and like using your abilities and ults and shit, very, very satisfying. Very satisfying. And like each class has like different builds you could have. So you could go like a support build, you could DPS, you could go like tank. Yeah, like there's lots of options, lots of possibilities. I think this is the game that I want Destiny to be, hopefully. And it does seem to be that way. I'm not saying this game is going to be a surefire home run, but I think there's very strong potential for this to be a very good product. Maybe not immediately, but in the future.
Yeah, the concern that I have, of course,
EA
is the big two letters.
Right. Agreed. But it does seem like BioWare, which is publishing the game or developing the game, I think EA is publishing and BioWare is developing, from my understanding. BioWare really cares. So,
well, BioWare has a pretty good track record.
other than we don't talk about Mass Effect Andromeda, but
What game?
I mean, yeah.
yeah, I have hope though. The game looks great, but it also is a humongous fucking resource hog. I tried streaming the demo, and like even on low settings, my computer just fucking chugged. Holy shit! You could actually see my viewer count drop by almost over half when my computer was just at PowerPoint presentation. It was bad. It was really bad.
So you have to be one of those streamers that has 2 PCs.
Yeah, 2 streaming PCs.
Or 2
But
Titans.
actually, what I'm gonna try to do instead is, because this game seems to be very processor heavy, is I'm gonna try streaming off of my GPU instead,
Okay.
and
yeah.
just like keeping the graphic settings low, because the game looks fine and low. Honestly,
That should work with a 1070
1080 now.
or 1080. Oh, that's right.
Thanks to my benefactor Matthew
Definitely
Griego.
work with 1080.
So yeah, we're gonna try that next time. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, other than that, I also realized that my ISP is fucking me. We've been paying for 300 down, 20 up, and we've been getting 90 down, 20 up. So
Great.
Yeah,
Do they cap it for some reason?
I don't know, but I'm gonna give him a call.
You might be capped.
How do you get uncapped?
There's no what cap? Data cap?
Yeah, I mean, it
There's
depends on the area.
There are no
Usually.
data caps.
But if I'm paying for
current
300
local.
down, 20
Yeah.
up, I should be getting 300 down, 20 up,
Yeah, you
right?
should.
So
Yeah, there's not a data cap, fortunately, in these areas yet.
Okay, good.
I'm
Unless
hoping
there
that
is now.
never stops. No, there's not. They
Yeah.
have to. They
Definitely
would
worth
have
a
to show
call.
a change
I have
of
Spectrum.
contract.
So
Yeah, as do I.
yeah,
They
whatever.
kind of are a monopoly.
But
Oligopoly.
other than that, I've been playing League again.
They seem like a monopoly.
A lot of my friends got back into League because of KDA specifically. Honestly, that was like KDA is like the Korean K-pop
Yeah.
whatever promotion they had, set of skins for their very popular female female characters.
That music video is some of my friends' favorite ever now.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people got back into League. I got back into League. I'm silver trash.
How many RE skins do they have now? 35?
Probably
700.
500?
Probably a lot. I don't know. It's not even the first K-pop Ari skin, but
Yeah, that's right. She came with one on launch first.
no, she didn't. No, she didn't.
I thought she did.
No, she didn't. She got one shortly after launch, but
Okay,
she
I mean-
started with like
Yeah, it was
Foxfire
Rockstar Ari?
No, there's no
What is it?
Rockstar Ari.
Something
K-pop
Star.
RE. Like literally.
There's a
I
pop
think.
star. There's a pop star
Pop
Ari
Star
that
Ari.
came out a
That's
couple
it.
months after Ari's
That's
release.
the one. Pop Star.
But yeah, League has been okay. Honestly, I still don't know if I fully enjoy the game, just because I don't know the full dynamics of the game. Like, I don't know what each item does. I don't really know what each character does. I thought I knew what certain characters do, but they got reworked. They changed the rune system. I don't really know what all the runes do. I don't know how to min max. But when I play with like low elo friends like myself, it's a fun game. So I've been focusing primarily on getting better at landing skill shots and laning bot lane, AD carry, and support. But apparently AD carries are trash, so I'm just focusing on support.
Yeah, I use
They
that
are until
one,
they get stupid fed.
What's that one site? The
OPGG?
Yeah, that helps.
Well, I use pro builds. I just see what the pros do, which is not always helpful, because sometimes pros do things for certain reasons and you don't know why. But it doesn't explain why. It just tells you this is what they did, this is what they picked. This is the items they bought.
In this order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're done then, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're back. And Adam, we're going to release monthly from now on. As one more reminder, thank you so much, guys, for reconvening on this difficult day, because it's Saturday. And I'm sure that... Did you guys have plans on Saturday?
I mean, no, we already did things in the morning, so we're fine.
All right, let's go fuck then. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time in February.
Salute.
Salute.
Bye.
Goodbye.